Welcome to the Music Matters More podcast. Today we welcome on Black Shear. How you doing today,
Good, man.
brother?
How are you guys?
I'm doing great. We have my lovely co-host Bishop.
What's happening?
What's happening? Let's get this. So we kind of start off the podcast saying the same question, but how long have you been making music for, brother?
For about 6-7 years now. Since
Yeah.
2018, so about 6 years.
6 years. What inspired you to actually take the leap of faith in going into making music?
I think when we start with music, we think about Black Shear first, just the name. Growing up, I didn't really have a lot of confidence, self-confidence, low self-esteem, but I wasn't really assertive in a sense, but I had self-belief. But I felt like if I can do something like music to put myself out there and grow more as a person with music and through music, I felt like I could grow up as a man and, make all these memories with my friends. But yeah, I think with music, it was really just an outlet for me after high school with basketball and everything and being at CBU and finding something to do for the 4 years. Just needed something to just be my own, not only have a creative space, but to be myself and to be in my own world and unplug and just be away from everybody and just do my own thing.
What made you want to choose CBU as your college?
It starts with faith. I'm a Christian man, so full believer of God. I felt like CBU just felt like home back in Portland, and just being at CBU, I felt like I not only I could grow my relationship with Christ, but I can grow as a man and learn things that being at school and just just it just felt like home, and it was just a safe community. And I just felt like a lot of people that live in the Inland Empire know of CBU or go to CBU or know somebody that goes to CBU. So I was like, I think it's God trying to tell me something like this might be the home for me. So I just followed this path and everything else led to here.
CBU is right here, right?
California Baptist, Riverside,
yeah. I used to live in Riverside, but what did you major in at CBU?
Sports analytics.
Sports analytics. Jeez,
That's the
Ironic, huh?
transition.
Ironic, huh?
that is far off from music.
You were making music the whole time you were studying that?
Yeah. All 4 years. Yeah. We'll go to class from 8 to 1, 8 to 2, and then go to the gym, play basketball. But somewhere along the day, I'm on my computer in my dorm room. Not in my dorm room, I'm at somebody else's dorm room making music. So 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
That is awesome. What DAW did you first start with?
Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never leaving Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
Self-taught, learned everything from that day in November in 2018. Just locked myself in a room and just studied the hell
YouTube
out of it.
University, baby.
Shout out to Mai and shout out to what's his name? What is his name? Oh, I'm gonna draw a blank. I'll get back to you on that. But Mai for sure, My Beats. And then,
What about BusyWorks? Beats?
BusyWorks? That
Yeah.
motherfucker. That's what it is.
Everybody.
BusyWorks Beats, man. I
Started
swear.
there. Yeah.
You said My Beats. You rap
Like
and make
MAI.
beats?
Oh yeah, so every song that I've released is produced and written by me. But My Beats is the YouTuber. It's MAI. And he's produced
okay.
for Logic. He's produced for I think Lil Tecca, I believe. But he has like a whole bunch. I learned from him how to sample flip. I used to watch Kenny Beats' show on YouTube. Oh my gosh, Timberland, you name it. I mean, I watched all those YouTube sessions, the jams, Zaytoven.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched all of those in 2018. I was like, okay, I need to be like that.
How many songs do you think you've made this far in your career?
That aren't scrapped?
Everything. Yeah.
Ooh. This number is gonna sound underwhelming only because I've only been making artist-like songs for only 3 years. So, or not really 3 years. I'm lying. I'm embellishing a little bit. Like maybe a year and a half. 50, 60? 50 to 60 songs? Yeah.
But over your whole catalog, how many do you
Ooh.
think you made overall?
300.
300?
300.
Yeah.
Produced or whether it's ghostwritten, at least 300 songs. Yeah.
What happened to the other 240?
Oh man. In 2022, I graduated from CBU a week into me being home. My laptop caught on
Oh
fire. Yeah, third party battery from Amazon
my
from
gosh.
China.
like flames.
Yeah, like I went to go get food. I come back. I had a Google Home system, so it said fire smoke detected, and my door was closed. My cover was over my laptop, and it overheated.
Bruh.
Yeah, I have the picture.
Why was your laptop in the bed?
It was just on it, like it was just on the bed. So
Oh.
like I didn't think anything of it, and I didn't think it would overheat, and it was closed. So like
You
I
ain't
didn't,
seen the news? That shit happens all the time. Girls will sleep with their laptop under their pillow right next to them. Next thing you know, they wake up
to flames. I did not know that.
and they're not even cooking the right heat.
I was I was so demoralized. My whole mattress was burned through. Oh, I was so sick. I didn't get a new mattress today. I was sick.
What's your favorite song that you've made this far out of your catalog?
Oh, I can't believe you're doing this to me. Can I pick 3?
Sure.
I think I can't pick one. Motion, Let You Know. No, hold on. Damn, I gotta pick 5. Motion, Let You Know, Slide, Catch 22. The 5th one's a toss-up. Harley David.
Out of those 5, which one do you play the most?
Motion for sure. I play Motion almost every day. I wake up.
We found a favorite, folks.
Yeah. Do you feel like whenever you're making music, do you feel like it's easier to freestyle whenever you're on a song, or do you feel like it's easier to write?
I've learned to freestyle now. Like, I just remember when I was like starting to make my own artist songs, they'd be like, "Oh, freestyle," and I'm like, nah, I can't do that, man. So I wrote a lot. Even before I started being an artist, I wrote a lot of songs. I wrote a lot of songs for a lot of people. So it came natural just from being at CBU, being with all the music kids. They wrote all of their songs out. They never freestyled. So, and they're making like alternative or gospel music. So you can't freestyle a gospel song. You got to write it out.
Yeah.
So just being sitting in a session, that's how I got the drive to write my songs. Cause I would skip school. Sorry, mom. I would skip class or 2, sit in a CBU music session and just sit in the back room. I know it sounds weird, but sit in the back room and literally watch them record and not say a word, just see how they record and everything. And I loved it. I just love like sitting in songwriter camps and at CBU and be like, oh, like how'd you write this? And oh, like, why don't you put this here and not there? And they're like, oh, cause this and that. And you just learn a lot because they're in school for music. So when I made my own music, I took those notes and I moved on from it. And I was like, you know, making these songs like Let You Know and Harley David, like I'm proud of those songs because I wrote those out. I wrote those out and I took the time to sit there and, write stupid shit. But then I bullied myself to write good, repetitive, retainable music. So I'm always gonna appreciate the pen to pad or, typing in the notes in the phone. I just started to freestyle like recently. So I sometimes will write like 2, 3 bars, 2, 3, 4 bars in the phone and then just freestyle everything else. So yeah, I mean a little bit of both. I'm starting to lean into the freestyling though. It's just, slowly but surely, but I will never, ever, ever, ever be like, no, I'm not gonna write to this. I'm definitely gonna write to this.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
I feel like because I'm kind of like 50-50, but I really like mainly focus on freestyling just because it's what's easiest. But like I didn't even start getting good probably until like 2019. Like, and I've been freestyling like since I was like 10,
Yeah.
So it's like if that's something that if you are able to even just if you're sitting there, you listen to beats, or especially when you're making beats, I'm sure that you're sitting there like, how can somebody approach this? You know what I'm saying? You're
Yeah.
thinking of the melody, you're thinking of how can somebody jump on this. So it's like I feel like you almost have like a little secret weapon. Like you can,
Yeah.
you're already doing it in your head because all of my buddies who made beats, like that's what they said they were doing. Like, so I feel like if you're getting into that, you should definitely like
Oh yeah.
put some put some
sure.
time aside to practice that.
I play my beats on repeat sometimes. If it's like that hot, like when I made the beat for tens, I was gonna send it off to somebody.
Really?
But I was like, nah, like fuck all that. Like,
Yeah.
why do I have to give it to somebody where I can probably do it as good as a job, if not better, because I made the beat. I know how I would sound on this.
Yeah.
So I think getting like the 10s, 20s, 50s, I just thought about that in my head. And then I was like, what rhymes with 50? Like city. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Like I'll walk in right now and turn up your city. Oh shit, that makes sense. And then Prada, Louis, Fendi. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but I'm like, okay, I'm getting a groove. And then it's like, please don't hit my phone. I'm out getting litty. Well, all right, I guess. Like, as long as it hits, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
really give a shit. But but yeah, making all my like releasing all my songs, produced by me and written by me, it's sentimental in a way because when I give up a beat, I feel like I give up like a little bit of myself away too. It's like, damn, like, yeah, Emotion's a good song, but like, damn, like, imagine if I had what K2IC and Nueve Leo had that day. Like, it might have been a different song. You never know. I mean, I love them both to death because, they're the reason why that song is really propelled me to another level thanks to them. And I always appreciate them and that song to the day I die. I'll die on that hill. I've made better songs, not better songs, but I've made good songs earlier in my time, but Motion was like a staple. So it's like songs like Motion, I always write to Motion sometimes just for a writing exercise, but I'm like, I can never, like this song was just in a different time. You just had to be there. Like the fact that I got it in 15 minutes, like, holy shit, like I'm never gonna not live that moment. So songs like Motion, you listen back, you're like, you know what? I did what I had to do. I invested into that. But songs like Tens, Harley David, that's a part of me. That's knowing a part of me in a sense, because people know me as a producer, but making songs like Tens, Let You Know, What Else, Slide, Caught Slipping, songs like those, that's just a little bit, now you really open the door. You really get to know who I am and what music drives me when I make these beats. I might not be your cup of tea because my voice sounds different or, you know, you're better as a producer, bullshit mantra MO. But it's like, you got to understand that I rapped before I made these beats. So like the fact that I'm coming back to something after going on the other side of it, you kind of got to appreciate it because I walked away from it and then I came back type of thing. So I always like to write. I know I'm going on a tangent. I'm so sorry, but
No.
but it spiraled into this. But songs like Motion, I can never write to. Like songs like that, like K2IC freestyled everything, Nueve Leo freestyled.
How did that song come about, that collaboration?
Whew, okay. I know because I talk about it like almost when I show people my music, I show them Motion first because they're gonna see it on my Spotify as like the number one song. So Motion, how did it start? I'm trying to like remember. Yeah. Okay, 2023, early 2023. I just dropped Slide. First song as an artist. I'm feeling myself. I'm pretty happy. K2IC slides up and it's like, hey, this song's pretty hard. I'm like, oh shit. He's kind of on right now. Like, that'd be kind of cool if I got a beat like made for him. So I used to send him a lot of beats early 2023. And Motion was like the 15th beat I gave him. Right. And I gave him a snippet of it. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think it was going to drop it or anything. But he gave me the song back 15 minutes later. And I was knocked out, sound asleep. I woke up to the song. And I was like, okay, this is pretty fire. But then I heard Leo's voice and I was like, oh shit. Like, he drops this song, I'm definitely going to get put on. And then it was just kind of like dormant. And like from April to like maybe September. And I was kind of like, I listened to this song on like my private SoundCloud leak like every other day. I don't know why this is out. But then K2IC and Nueve Leo got management. So then it was like, oh damn, like now they're never gonna drop the song because it's like, oh, like this might be like 3 years later and now it comes out. Like, I don't know. Like, I put all this time in, like, I don't know. Like, it's such a good song. So I was like, hey, look, if I pay for the feature, if I buy the song out, because he had management, if I buy the song out, can I drop it? He's like, yeah, give me. I'm not gonna list the
Yeah.
number. I'm not gonna list the number,
You don't
but
need to disclose.
when he gave me the number, I kind of did a cartwheel. I kind of screamed in the gym because I was like, no way. Like, this is a really good deal. So then I threw the money that day. I didn't even think here. Don't even worry about it. Like, he's like, you can do whatever you want with the song. Like, we just, pay for the feature. We're good. Gave him the money, dropped the song the next week. I remember I was working at Wilson Creek Winery. Wow, that's a blast from the past. But I was working and my phone's like blowing up constantly. I'm like, oh, like, probably my friends being dicks, dicking around. And it's my homie Drew. And he's like, hey, look, like, you might want to check your Spotify. I was like, oh, okay. It's already at $3,000. I'm like, whoa, shit. And I'm at work. So I'm like, nobody's gonna understand like why I'm grinning from ear to ear. But I'm like, no way. Like, this has gotta be a joke. Like, like, no way, this is $3,000. I dropped it on Wednesday. It's Saturday, it's at $3,000. Now we're at 84 grand like a year and a half later. And that motion really kickstarted where like me sitting here today because I was trying new things with artists and I bought a feature with 645 AR and that didn't really pan out. Bad business deal, copyright, this, that, and the third. Let's just say that I won it and he doesn't know I still won it. Let's just put it at that. So the K2 Leo one was kind of a risk. And I was like, damn, like I kind of don't want this to happen again. But I was like, you know what? Trust it. Cause it's a good song. I believe in it. They did their part. I gotta do my part and pay and invest on it and just let it do its thing. And little in a month, I was like, oh shit. Like a lot of things are gonna happen now. I was getting DMs from people I never got DMs from. And I was like, oh shit. Like motion's fired. I'm like, damn. Even like the friends I weren't really talked to on a daily basis would post the song on Instagram. I'm like, oh my God, like people really like this fucking song. Like I might be on at this point. And I kind of had to be humble about it because I was like, well, like this is a great moment, but this is only the beginning. But like for like 2 months, I didn't care about nothing. Like the song was doing good. I was in a rebuild for artistry. Like I was trying to start from ground zero. So motion was the end of the rebuild. I knew from that point on, I had nothing to worry about moving forward. It was just, I'm thankful for it because it was a time to be alive. And every time like it hits that like October 28th mark, I'm like, damn, like where were you when this shit dropped? Because I know where I was. I was playing a softball game when I dropped this shit. Now it's at $85,000. Now it's at 85,000 streams on Spotify. It's my number one song on Spotify right now. And it gets constant plays every day. And I cannot be more than thankful for it. And whenever I see K2, whenever I see Leo, I literally thank him. Like, hey man, like people still listen to Motion. Like, I know you guys got your own thing, but like you gotta understand what that song did for my fan base and what it did for me because I believe that I can take that next step further. I took the leap of faith and you guys helped me out. Like you have no idea.
Are you still connected with them at all? Or
I talk to K2 here and there, they're blowing up. They blew up when I was starting music. So and Leo, I pay attention to Leo's stuff all the time and he's doing great, man. Like I listen to their music all the time. I'm a fan of their music. I will never stop being a fan of their music. But I talk to K2 here and there, but he's a busy guy. He's always in LA, but I'm proud of them both and I'm a fan of them both. And I just hope nothing but the best for both of them.
that is awesome, man. That seems like a pretty big impact as well to even have a
Oh, yeah.
song reaching 85K. Like,
Crazy.
yeah.
Because it was crazy because nobody ever got them both on a song before. I did. And at the time, I did my homework and I did my research and I did a song with Nueve Leo back in 2022. And that didn't blow up until he started to blow up. So I was like, okay, like I'm gonna keep that in mind. And then K2 was also going up at the same time. So I was like, oh shit, what if I do the unthinkable and get them both? Because they're homies, they're damn near blood brothers, and they make a lot of songs together. But I was like, if I can get them both on a song of mine, it stands alone from what everybody else has done with them because they got either one or the other. I got them both, and I did my homework on both, and I knew they can make really good songs together. And I just made it. I just took the risk, and I didn't know Leo was even on it until I listened to it. But I was like, this is even better. Like K2's hook is catchy as hell, but like he's a damn good singer. So I was like, this is gonna be a really good song if I really make it work.
What type of music did you listen to growing up?
Now this is gonna shock you. So growing up in Portland, there's not a lot of rap music. There's not, Ryan Seacrest owns the radio station in Portland.
Wow.
So they're not playing that shit. They're not playing the rah rah. They're not, maybe like Lil Jon here and there, but like it gets as hip hoppy as maybe Timbaland and Justin Timberlake. So no doubt, Gwen Stefani when she was a solo artist, Timbaland, Jasmine Sullivan, Common, Kanye West, Green Day.
Green Day.
Green Day, yeah. Nelly Furtado. Wow, blast from the past.
Eddie.
Nelly Furtado. Fun. The guys that made We Are Janelle Monáe.
We Are You.
Nate Roos. I was a fanboy.
Janelle Monáe. Oh yeah.
The singer.
Yeah.
But she made her own music too. She was pretty good. And then when I got older, it was like more Kanye West, Young Thug, Travis Scott, Gunna, Playboy Cardi. I started listening to Ken Carson like now. I know I'm kind of late to the party, but huge believer. Ken, if you're ever watching this, huge believer. ASAP Rocky, ASAP Ferg, The Mob, Frank Ocean was a big one for me. Tyler Creator, of course, who could, Kendrick, SZA, J-Rock. Damn, I'm missing like more, majority of the rappers now.
Do you feel like your music selection might have been looked at a little different at CPU?
Surprisingly, no.
Yeah.
Because everybody kind of listens to the same thing, Some kids from CBU they went to public school. So we listened to a lot of that Lil Yachty SoundCloud 2016.
Yeah.
Right? So on one end, I wasn't surprised. But then like the kids that like were missionary students and like their parents were pastors and they didn't really listen to secular music. They listened to, Hillsong and everything like that, which nothing on Hillsong, love Hillsong, but they weren't open to it. It was kind of like closed off because that's all they knew. And they looked at it differently from like a public school perspective of like Lil Yachty One Night, Tatiana Blueface. Like they're not going to listen to that. They'll like enjoy it because it's on.
They're listening to Lecrae and The Social Club.
Yeah. But they're going to scrutinize us because it's secular, it's ungodlike, quote unquote. But it's like, yes, but we're Christians at the end of the day. Like we're all one community. Yeah. So I think being at CBU, when you listen to, I went to San Bernardino High School, it's like, I listen to this, that. So I was put on to Blueface, O3 Greedo. I mean, I listened to O3 a lot, but I was really put on to when I was at school. Shoreline a lot.
Yeah.
Who else? Draco the Ruler was like my introduction, like being at house parties in Moreno Valley, like in the fall time, like that's all you fucking heard. Vinny West, of course, Radio Bass, but a lot of like those, like what's his name? Shorty was like a big one too, like at house parties. So Mike Sherm, I didn't really know Mike Sherm like that, but like we heard Asshole, so okay, like Asshole's whatever, but like the other songs that he made wasn't familiar with. So like the more I went to school and more I went to these house parties, I got put onto these songs. So I was like, you know what? Like, you know what? Hell yeah. Like we're in the IE, like this shit's gonna be playing all over. Like LA's right down the road. And then Roddy Ricch came up and then Blast, and it just grew from there. So the influence being from the West Coast, being from Portland, Oregon, and having like that pop alternative kind of like 2000s type of music up here. And then when you move to California, it's everything else. You kind of get influenced because on one end, it's all marketable commercial music. And then in another world, in another era in time of my life, you get influenced by the West Coast sound. Nate Dogg. Like I loved Nate Dogg as a kid. His daughter went to my elementary school in LA. Crazy work. But Nate Dogg, Snoop Dogg, Bone Thugs, the list goes on and on and on. And then you go to school in California, so that's all you're gonna listen to. You're not gonna really listen to anything else really at these house parties. It's all gonna be YG like songs, Turn Up, Tyga, Mustard. It's all turn up songs from 10 a.m. to maybe 4 in the morning. Like that's all you're gonna listen to. So you might as well get used to it.
Yeah.
So I think being at CBU, nah, because we all saw each other at the same house parties. Same shit was being played at the house party. So it's like, oh, like, you listen to this shit? Oh, I listen to this shit. Oh, let's, you drink? Oh, I drink a little bit. Oh. So, it's a small community, but I wasn't surprised walking in, maybe in the beginning, but when you start to know people and like, oh, I went to public school. Oh, shit, I went to public school. Like, what do you like to listen to? Oh, da, da, da. Yeah. You start kikiing around, and then you see people at clubs and stuff. Yeah, you get used to it.
Do your parents support your music career?
I think they support it knowing that's an outlet. But I always went to school to get an education. And I think I kind of learned that growing up as a kid. Like, my mom did everything. My mom made sure that I was in the position to go to school and go to CBU. So they like me going to make music because it's an outlet. It gives me something to do. I'm not being a knucklehead, It's better than just going to work and then going home and going to sleep. It gives you something to do, connections. It makes me feel good. My mom actually saw me perform last year for the first time, so that was pretty cool. I think they support it to that extent. I think I know as much as they know, like the reality. Like I went to school to be not just an artist. So, of course, like everything else comes first. My education comes first, God comes first, family comes first. When I have time for music, I make time for it. And yes, I'm competing with people that, probably don't think that way. And I respect them for it. And I respect their grind and everything. But for me, like I was growing up on music a different way. So I didn't want to be a musician growing up. I wanted to be a basketball player. I wanted to be a sports statistician. I wanted to be this. I wanted to be that. Musician was never in my brain ever. I never thought of it ever. So when I did it at CBU, it was just like, oh, like it's like an alternative reality. It's like an alter ego. It made me become a man. It made me grow up and be more confident in myself. It made me be more assertive and things of that nature. So they support it, I guess. Yeah. But like, do they see me? I shouldn't say that. Do they think that I went to school just to be an artist? Absolutely not. They won't support it on that end because they work too. They're in the financial industry. So they know how hard it took for them to get to where they are. If it happens, it happens. But at the end of the day, like education does come first. And I was very school oriented as a kid. So I knew what having a degree meant. Watching my parents and just working so hard to give me a better life, I kind of didn't want to I wouldn't say disappoint, but I didn't want to do something that was going to get scrutinized in the end.
Did you graduate?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Are you using your degree?
Yeah. I use my degree every day now. And not in sports, but I use the analytics part. But that meant more to my mom than anything. That meant more to me to have her watch me walk the stage, because I saw her walk the stage. I never saw my dad walk the stage, but he graduated. So for them to watch me graduate and walk the stage, that meant more than anything in this world. So yeah, like I love music. I like making it. It's a good outlet. It's a good hobby, side hustle for me. I don't think they ever saw me as like this world-class artist. I don't think they did. Until my mom saw me perform. She's like, you have fun out there. But I think that's what she sees it as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the interview, you said that you started music to kind of help with self-esteem. It's been a few years. Do you feel like it has done that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when I look at Blackshear now in the mirror, or just if you just separate Ty from Blackshear, which that is my name, that's where it comes from. But Ty is this guy that goes to work every day, puts a smile on his face, has friends, hangs out with people, plays basketball, Blackshear is an alter ego. Blackshear is the confident, arrogant, self-boosting, high self-esteem type of guy. And I think the more I grew up in school and the more I like learned from experiences being at school and just being a young adult, it kind of tied in hand. And I can't thank Blackshear enough because I really wouldn't be the man that I am without it. And it was kind of like a cool identity to have, like as an 18, 19-year-old kid. You're like, you don't really know what's going on, but it's like Clark Kent and Superman.
I was
It's like
gonna
it's
say
just a different
superhero
world.
shit.
It's an alternative reality. So yeah, I do think that it's helped me in so many ways than others. Just from the self-esteem, from the confidence to just being more happy and just being more like a free spirit, carefree. I really can't tell the difference now because when I go to work, I'm so shy, like presenting and sometimes, but like sometimes it just clicks. Sometimes I don't even feel it. It just sometimes it's instinctual. It depends. But when I'm on that stage as Blackshear, everything else is tunnel vision. That's all I do is I'm Blackshear until the day I walk, until the moment I step off the stage and out of the venue. Then it's back to Ty. It's hand in hand. They'll never intertwine, but I feel like sometimes it does intertwine. But I'm super thankful for it. I mean, 6 years being Blackshear is not easy. Carrying that family name is not easy, but it's been fun. It's been really fun, and seeing myself grow as a human being too, and just having that smile and that happiness that I had, just like in basketball. That's all that really matters to me. So to answer your question, yes,
Yeah.
How do you think God has played a part in your music career?
it's a loaded question. Everything. I think every step of the way, when I feel like I'm not good enough or I can't do something, he's somewhere in the shadows. It might not be right in front of my face, but there's some guardian sign or a sign in life that, hey, like I'm here with you. Like don't even worry about it. Just keep doing you and I'm right there with you, Even when you have self-doubts, I'm always gonna be there. And I think God putting me through these life experiences tied into the music because I write everything real. Like Blackshear is a real, it's not biting a name, it's not biting Black Bear, it's not biting this, it's not biting that. Like it's Blackshear. And Blackshear is who I am. And I think God has helped me realize who I am as a person, what can happen if I just take that leap of faith sometimes. Even if I'm reluctant, just taking that leap of faith and you just don't know what the other side of it, but hey, you took the leap of faith and you can live with that. Whether it's good or not, whether it's a good outcome or a bad outcome, you still had the heart to take the leap. And he took it right there with you. So with music, he just gave me it's just a gift from God. I mean, that day in 2018, I was being at Tower Hall in the lobby, just making beats in 2018, just learning every day and just getting better over time. And I listened to songs back in 2019 and it's been, you listen to the songs now, I'm like, wow, like if who would have thought, who would have known what happened in 4 years if I stopped one day? I don't want to do it no more. Like songs like Tens wouldn't happen, songs like Motion wouldn't happen. God put the idea of like just keep going in my head. When I didn't want to, when the worst shit in music happened to me, like I wanted to walk away and give up. He's right there telling like, it's all right, man. Like it's a rough patch on a rough life.
Yeah.
And you just keep going. And it's the motivator. Like you just know like win, lose or draw, like God's gonna be there behind you with you. He's gonna hold your hand right through it. Even when you feel alone, he's right there. Like he's in the shadows, he's in the lights, he's somewhere. Clouds move, you can tell that somebody's smiling down on you. So yeah, he's been a huge help. And I couldn't be more thankful for it.
Do you think that in this generation, it is like a lot harder for people to express religion no matter what they stand behind?
Do you think it's difficult in this generation?
Like, because a lot of the artists that we interviewed, they'll all say, oh, blah, 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 like I'm spiritual or I'm this or I'm that. But then they go, oh, in God's timing, or even Sky. Sorry, Sky, I'm throwing you under the bus, but it's like he doesn't know what he really believes on or what he stands on. But he was saying like for him to be more calm and relaxed and da 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 da, like he's been connecting with God. Like he downloaded the Bible app and he's doing whatever. And it's
Yeah.
like, I'm just saying, like, do you think it's more like closeted now?
I wouldn't I wouldn't say closeted. I mean, at the end of the day, God wins. And if you stick by God's side, he'll stick right. What you put in with God is what you'll get out with him. So, I'm not the one to judge religion. I'm not, I was a Christian I wasn't a Christian until the 5th grade when my mom took that leap of faith. So, I took that leap of faith with her. So, and God's blessed us heavily. And I can't thank him enough. I feel like for those who don't really believe in him or just question him, just go to a service or not even, even if you don't feel comfortable going to church, just read a verse in the Bible or, read something from TikTok. Everybody's on TikTok. So just listen to something, something might click. You never know. Like George Foreman didn't believe in God until he passed out in that locker room and he felt the spirit of God wake him up. And then now he's a Christian. So sometimes it takes moments like those, but at the end of the day, God wins. And you see it time and time again, when people thank God, and they realize that they're nothing without him and he died on the cross for us. So I don't want to project Christianity to anybody. I don't mean to do that, but I'm just saying it from a personal experience. My life before God, I wouldn't say it was bad, but I'm a lot thankful for it now that he's in my life. And it could be that can be for people too. And I think if you just give a chance, just have an open heart and an open mind, you never really know what comes out of it. You might see a light at the end of the tunnel, but if you try and you don't think that God in the spirit, you don't think that he's with you, it's okay. Like nobody's gonna judge you for that. And I think people are closeted because they're scared of public opinion, but
Yeah, that's
who
what I
cares about
mean.
public opinion? Like it's the public. They're always gonna have an opinion. If you care about the public opinion, well, then you're always gonna suffer. And anything that you do, you have to just let go and let God. Ironically, unironically, I don't mean to say ironically, but you have to let go and you have to let God take care of it. If you put into God, you never know what the blessings you'll get in return. So I feel like just give it a chance. If you don't feel like, if you feel uncomfortable, you still feel that way. Hey, you tried. Nobody's gonna pressure you into anything, but you know,
I didn't mean to bring that up. It's just not a lot of people will open up about that, and it is a music podcast, but
no, yeah, it's for sure.
everything ties in.
But it means more when you know that you couldn't have been here without him. If you
Yeah.
just had the faith and he put opportunities in front of you and you made it happen. That's God doing that. You can think to spirits, hey, it's you. But when it happens to me, I think it's God trying to give me a sign and open doors for me because I worked hard and I earned it and I deserve it. And God's going to make it happen in his timing. You just have to trust and believe that he'll make it happen. You always have to have that keep moving forward pace, that keep moving forward mentality of, hey, like, if you keep working hard, like, good will come. Like, don't give up. You never know how far you are.
Has there been a detrimental moment in your music career besides working with K2 and Nueve Leo that
That wasn't
has,
detrimental.
huh?
That wasn't detrimental.
Well, like a made a big impact.
Oh, okay. Impactful. Okay. Quite a few. Where do we begin? Okay. 2018, when I started making music. This was the one that started Blackshear. I was like, you know what? I'm done. Fuck it. Let's pull the trigger on Blackshear no matter what happens. Ride this shit till the bus sinks. Like wheels fall off in flames in the water. We ride this out no matter what happens. And there was this girl. She was an artist. If you're watching this, I'm not going to name drop you, but I thank you for what happens next. She was popping at CBU. She had Lyrical Lemonade right about her. She was doing shows, this, that, and the third. People at CBU are going to know her name. They're not going to say it, but they'll probably tell me. They'll probably put in the comments, but they know who I'm talking about if you were there in 2018. I wanted to learn music. I wanted to make music. I was like, she's pretty cool. She's a black girl, CBU, I'm thinking it's like open arms community. Maybe she'll give me some pointers or maybe we can work. You never know. So the homie, my dorm mate at the time knew her really well. She's like, hey, like if you give her this beat, like, can she listen to it? Da da da. And the words that were returned back to me, did not expect it at all. I kind of had to double take and be like, are you sure she said that? Or are you just saying that just to be an asshole? She said, I don't care if he gets better. I'm never going to work with him. And I was like, wow, like, oh, like you're just starting. Like, you don't know what the fuck does that even mean? So I was pissed. I was fuming at the fuming like my ears could blow out smoke. I was so mad because she didn't even know me from a can of paint. And you listen to one beat that I made like in 10 minutes to give to her. Like, I'm learning, man. Like, you tried to, and people thought you were ass. Like, what the hell? So the next day, I was like, fuck it. Like, okay. Doesn't matter if I'm good or not. You won't work with me? All right, motherfucker. Like, I'm going to remember that shit. So I blocked her that day. I didn't even care no more. Moved on. And then Blackshear started. From that moment on, I was like, no, like, I'm never, ever, ever going to have somebody talk to me like that. If they don't even know me from a can of paint. Everything's going to speak for itself. I said, from now on, like, I won't even talk. Like, talking can only get you so far. Next time, just show for it. Show the portfolio. Show this. Show that. So that started it. That kickstarted everything because the hunger was there. I wanted to prove to her so bad. Like, you give me a year, like I can probably be better than you. That was the mentality. Like, I'm gonna be better than you. I'm gonna get 2 Lyrical Lemonade posts written about me, not just one. I'm gonna get 2. I'm gonna do more shows than you. Like, I had the mentality when I didn't want to do it. I just thought about those words she said, and it just strikes a nerve every time I think about it, even to this day. And I don't even know her. I only know of her. But like, I forgive her, but like, I'll never forget what she said because I keep that hunger with me when I feel like I can't do something. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker told me that good or not, I'm never gonna work with. Yeah, no. Turn my phone off. I just go make some music. There was another one moving on, like 2021. I joined this producer group. I was 21 at the time. Young buck, just dropped Cabo. So this is like, this is pretty good. Like, I'm riding on momentum here. I'm in the producer group. Oh shit, like, I'm about to be put on. There was a song with a well-known LA artist. I'm not gonna name his name. And I'm not gonna name the group either, because I don't want people to do research. But if you know the story, you kind of know where I'm going with this. My grandmother gets in a car accident on the studio day, so I couldn't go. And I sit at home, make sure she was good. They did the session with the LA artist. 2 weeks later, I go to the video shoot. And I was like, hey, like, can I bring my cousin? He lives in LA. Like, he makes music too. I feel like this would be a good experience to be along with him. And they'd be like, yeah, he can come, but you got to bring some girls or something. I was like, yeah, we got you. We have friends that live in LA. They'll come too. They don't come. So, like, fuck. I'm like, I'm kind of like stressing out, but it's like, oh, whatever. Like, my cousin's out of the way. You can't even notice him. Like, he's quiet. He said his name. That was about it. He said like maybe 2 words the whole night. Otherwise, he's talking to me. And like, I'm barely saying anything because I didn't make the beat. Some time goes on and I get a message like, hey, like, I know you don't know this, but like, you're out of the group and you've kind of been out of the group for a while since like the whole video shoot shit. And I was like, oh, fuck you. Like, okay, like, what did I do? And then the next word that came out of the mouth, like in the message, I had to stop and really think because I was reading it and I was like, damn, I'm out of the group. Like, momentum's kind of gone. I'm kind of feeling down. But this is where like another level of Blackshear like kind of rooted from this. Like the arrogant, like songs like Tens in Motion and shit like that. This sparked everything. The word leech came in the message and I stopped everything. Time stopped when I read that word and I was just like, I'm not even like that. And the fact that you throw the name with my name in it, now we have a problem. And I was like, nah, man, it's cool. Like, don't even worry about it. Like, no hard feelings. It's just business. That's all I said. So no hard feelings, just business. Don't even. I shrugged my shoulders. I didn't give a fuck. That rooted who I am now. Like the whole, and then what they also said was like, oh, I don't think you're ready yet. Basically saying like, oh, we made a mistake choosing you to be a part of this group. And I'm like the youngest one. I'm like learning still. So I'm like, okay, like this hurts pretty fucking bad because I'm 21 getting told this shit by guys that are 5-6 years older than me. So I'm like, bro, what the fuck? But I think about that time every day because that sparked a rebuild. That sparked motion. That sparked a lot of these songs that I dropped. So like those 3 moments, like motion, the whole 2021 shit, the 2018 shit, those 3 moments all tie into like what it is now. And just the hustle of like getting to 10K monthly listeners and getting like 100,000 streams because I was told shit like I wasn't ready, or I was told like it doesn't matter if the motherfucker gets better in 5 years. He ain't touching my line ever. I'm ignoring the call, basically. Basically telling me no before you even know who I am. So it's just like a hunger, but it goes back to like where I'm from in Portland, where it's all blue collar, where it's Seattle's up here, LA's down here, Portland's kind of in the middle, just the middle child. You just work for it. And it's just like, you know what? Fine. Cool, that's fine. I'll put the house on myself and I'll just show everybody that, hey, you all made a mistake. I made a mistake by joining it. You made a mistake by doubting me and what I can be in this world. You don't even know me and you're already determining what my ceiling is. And you don't even know me personally on a personal level. You just know me from music. So to me, I kind of laugh out loud because it's kind of ignorant. It was all based off ignorance. And I think the music that I make is ignorant subliminals because I was told that shit. So I'm just spewing it back at you, but just at a more intelligent level because that, those 3 moments, like that always sticks with me. Like I that's never leaving my brain till the day I die. I will die. I will never forget that. I'll never forget those
What
moments.
category would you put, or what type of genre would you put your music in?
R&B and hip hop. Maybe a little bit of like, I made a country song, so I mean I can't say country, but I can't say country, I can't say dance and EDM. But I've made songs like that before, but mainly R&B, hip hop.
Do you prefer rapping or producing?
The story, the answer changes like every other day.
Which do you think you're better at?
Producing for sure. I think because I spent that time getting like beat down and the public opinion was just raining hell on me. I just did it out of spite to like rebuttal. So I think producing I'm better at just because I just know the sound and I've developed the sound over time, and then the artistry and everything just came intuitive, like counterintuitive after. It was just like, oh, like I have the beats down, I have the melodies down. Now let me put everything together and actually make a song by myself. Or maybe let me do a song with the feature, or maybe let me feature with somebody. Like now I have everything down. Now I can probably tie everything one into one and build the tools up. And now you have a song by me every week or every other month. So producing for sure.
What is the hardest part about making music?
Internal factors, I'd say confidence. You just need to have the confidence to do it, whether it's ass or not. Just go make the song. You can scrap it later, but just go do it first. There's some times where I make songs, I don't even finish them. But then I think about shit like, damn, like somebody probably made 20 songs today. And if I don't finish this one, I'm behind.
Yeah.
So I just need to finish it. If I don't like it, I can always get a feature, or I can always do a new song with those same lyrics just on a different beat, which I sometimes do because I make beats almost every other day. So I'm like, okay, it didn't work for this beat. It could probably work for this one. So that's internal, is just having the confidence every day to do something. Just
Do you think you've made more beats than you've made songs? How many beats do you think you made overall in your whole career?
6 years. Ballpark 470.
470?
470.
Yeah. That's awesome.
How many placed? Maybe 10% of that.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I pick it. I'm very hands-on, like recording. Like if I don't like a song, I will let it be known. Like, no.
What was your first setup? Or was your first setup, and what is your setup currently?
My first setup was in my dorm. So I used the homie's boombox. Took an aux cord from the Beats, plugged it right into my HP cord, did that for 6 hours a day. Now I have a desk with studio monitors and an interface on top and a MIDI keyboard and a beat pad on the side if I need it. But
What monitors do you use?
Rocket 5s.
Rocket 5s. And then what about
Focusrite audio interface. The cords are from Guitar Center.
all right.
2022 HP laptop.
What about the MIDI? What do you use?
Akai.
Like the MPC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the one that everybody has. And
MPC Mini or whatever.
the beat pad is Akai. I barely use my beat pad because I like to chop stuff up with my mouse and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you familiar with any other DAW, or do you like mainly
I'm familiar with
use-
Ableton. I'm
Okay.
familiar with Logic, Pro Tools. I record on Logic, actually. Used to record on Pro Tools. But Fruity Loops has always been, I don't think I'm ever going to walk away from
So going through your song process, like, do you make the beat in FL, uh, export it as a 2 track and then throw it into Logic? Do you master all your songs in Logic?
Light master.
Light master?
Like I don't, and it's gonna sound, people are gonna scrutinize, and it's fine. But I like the original, what it sounds like originally before it gets mastered, because I feel like when you master, you take the human out of it. You take what those sessions sounded like. So when I light master it, you still keep some of the original, but you get some of the gunk out with the light master. So it's still a good song. It's still mastered, but it's not like industry quality master. Like I don't like that sound. Like unless we're in a full blown studio with all that equipment, I don't think you need all that. That's just me personally. All my songs are light mastered. I don't like how it sounds like industry like the whole master process. I don't like that. I like it just a little bit of touch, just touch it up a little bit on the master, export it, be done with it.
If there was one piece of advice you had to give to an artist or a creative that is starting out, what would you give them?
Public opinion matters in the beginning. It does, because you get an idea of what the market is and what the market will be in due time. So I feel like listening to the public opinion, getting bullied by the public opinion, that builds your character, that builds your development. It makes you want to do better because you want to prove a point to everybody. And then once you start getting better, you don't care, because then within that, you weed out who's your fans, who are your haters, who you're never going to hear from ever again. You hear in those 3 categories. So public opinion matters in the beginning. Just let it happen. People are going to shit on it. People are going to scrutinize it. People are going to point fingers, nitpick, want to put their hands all over it. Let it happen. Don't pay no mind. It's all in the process of being better. But what comes out of it is you taking those opinions, you're sick and tired of hearing them, and you're over it, you're over the shit, and you keep going. And you tune out of it and you just rebuttal everything. You bet the house on yourself. I guarantee you win it back. Have that mentality. Put the house on it and more.
Do you think there's one piece of advice that you've gotten from maybe a close friend or like an artist as well that has helped you excel in your music career?
Absolutely. Putting the house on yourself. That was from my mom, honestly. Like anything you do in this world, it could be 50 people that say no. But if you think it's yes, put the house on it. Because I guarantee you they're not going to put their house on it. They'll be scared. They think you're crazy. And crazy sometimes is good. So a man that it's what my mom says, a man that puts his house on himself is the scariest motherfucker in the room. Because will be willing to put anything on the line just to prove a point. And he'll go out of his way to prove the point and get his house back.
Where can the people find you, Blackshear?
All platforms. BLACK $ as the S HEAR.
Actually, I have one more thing.
Yeah.
What are your plans for dropping music in 2025?
Working on a project. My only rapping tape, been working on it for about 3 years now, since 2022. Made 20 versions of it so far. Just different tracks. Sometimes it's the same tracks in a different order, and I call it a version just to be sophisticated. But working on a tape. Dropped 10s just recently, so check that out. I have other songs, Play Around, Motion, Slide. You can find that all on my Spotify, Apple Music. Instagram is blackshear.png. But yeah, man, 2025 music videos, shows. Getting the tape ready, honestly. Tape mode.
I'm going to ask you another question.
Yeah.
What's the most amount of people you performed in front of, and what's the least amount of people you performed in front of?
What's the most? 400?
400?
In Seattle.
Yeah.
That was something. And it was a dark room, but that was something. Least amount? Probably like 60. But it felt like 6,000 because they're
60 is a really good least amount. We've heard 5. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's like second small. Okay, smallest maybe like 10.
10?
10,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
smallest
yeah,
like
yeah.
10. If we're really 10.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
embellishing. 60 felt like 6,000, but smallest is because my first show was at a club, so it's like 100, 200 people. So I was used to those crowds in the beginning. So
Yeah,
60
you
was
start
kind of
getting
like,
down. I remember because I was steady performing in front of like a pretty decent crowd, and then I didn't perform at all for like 2 years, and then I came back, and my buddy was like, "Oh, I got this show in LA," and I get there, and there was 40 people, and it's like that's almost worse than everybody not paying attention, like just kind of vibing. Like
yeah.
it's like the 40 people, they're just like, you better not fuck up. Like
Mhm.
they're staring at you like this better be some good shit,
But-
you know?
but that's the thing about the clubs too. It's like everybody's drunk and high out of their mind, but it's like I get 2-song sets, and sometimes my 2-song sets are better than a lot of people's main events.
Yeah.
That's just me saying it. That's, I have video footage of it. That's just my belief. But my first show, I went first. And after the next guy that went after me, it was dead. So I knew like
Mhm.
crowd control was good because I had the loyal fan base. And I was like, if I get really good and 1,000 people know my songs from heart,
Yeah.
that's my little army, man. It might be bigger than the Hive. You never know.
Well, I appreciate you for coming on, brother. I'd love to have you on again towards the end of the year just so we can like,
Yeah, for sure.
you know what I'm saying, do a little
Little recap.
little
Absolutely,
recap.
yeah.
Yeah. But thank you so much for coming on, Bishop,
You got that for me, bro. Pleasure meeting you, Jay.
everybody.
Thank you guys for having me.
Have a good rest of your night, day, week, month, year, wherever you're at. Goodbye.
Hey.